We have David S. Goyer with us this week, and we have a ton to talk about. You wrote Secrets of the Empire. Your career spans film, video games, books, comics, TV, now VR.
Yep.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you came to be working with ILMxLAB and The Void on this specific project?
Well, my relationship with ILM dates back a couple of years.
Yeah.
Then specifically about 18 months ago, ILMxLAB asked me if I wanted to get involved in this sort of VR initiative. And I leapt at the chance to take part in telling an authentic Star Wars story.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when you're experiencing virtual worlds, like so many people, God knows when I was growing up, I wanted to be in Star Wars. And this is a chance to do that.
Right? This experience was exactly like the scenario that we've all played out with our action figures since we were a kid.
Completely.
So you're bringing the story to this, and ILMxLAB and The Void are bringing the tech and the hardware. What was it like with that collaboration and getting this story together?
Basically, everyone's working very collaboratively. So there was a lot of experimentation with how do we get the story information across? How do we convey to you that you have to go from A to B or open this up or close that? That was a lot of experimentation.
Yeah. It's amazing how our brains sort of take these visual cues and these like sensory cues and make them seem so real. There's that moment where you walk out onto the skip, and I'm afraid of heights.
Right.
So I just wanted to sit down. Like, that's terrifying. It's amazing how real that all felt.
That's really the Void's expertise. Curtis, one of the main guys at the Void, he used to be an illusionist. And so a lot of what we're experiencing are these kind of illusions. There are things you can touch and things you can smell and things you can feel in the experience. But what we've learned is that a little bit goes a long way, and you can sort of just intuit what this is going to be in the future.
We had mentioned earlier about how this is like the story that we all acted out when we were kids. What's it like getting to fill in those gaps, but also create new questions for people, like that ancient weapon that we've never seen before?
That object, we're calling it for now the proto-saber. But the idea is it's kind of a prototype of a lightsaber, and it may find its way into other mediums, in the Star Wars universe.
See, that's super cool, because you're not just tying everything up in a neat little package, you're leaving questions and things for fans to think about.
For me, I like knowing that we're sort of adding to the mythology, and that's going to kind of disseminate through all these different forms.
Now, I know you're still working with ILMxLAB on this other project.
Top secret
project that we can't talk about yet because it's still in the works.
Still in the works.
We're gonna have you come back and talk about that later. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations. It's such a cool experience and story.